Hello, good evening. I'm Steve from UCAN English Tutoring. I'm going to assess one of my students' letters today and provide the word by word feedback along with the feedback on each parameter and the overall score. Let us start the assessment now. So she has written down the date on the top. Sorry, the address is details on the top and then the date. So everything is fine. She's able to write down the details correctly without any spelling mistakes. I'm happy with that. But unfortunately, when you look at the name of the month, it is wrong. It's not Mars 2016, but it is March 2016.
Oh, okay. Sorry. It's
Yeah, so
chocolate.
you should have mentioned, yeah, there's an incorrect spelling. Okay, you should say 21 March 2016.
Okay. Maybe by typing. Sorry, by
Yeah, well
typing
typed.
mistake.
Yeah, I understand that. Yep, I
Hmm.
understand that. But whatever I see, I'm going to assess, unfortunately.
Sure. Sure.
Okay. Dear Miss Davis, okay, good. Regarding Mrs. Allen Howard, okay, comma, age 75, that's good. So far there is no issue, okay. Let's go through the
Hmm.
introduction paragraph now. I'm writing this letter to discharge Mr. Howard, okay, that's good, who was admitted to the hospital due to lung failure as a result of chronic cancer into your care for ongoing support. Well done. You have done a wonderful job. So this is clear. The purpose has been clearly told in the introduction paragraph itself. So you're writing a letter of discharge, okay? And this is the
Good.
patient, and this is the patient's major problem, all right? And then you have also mentioned what kind of support he needs, okay? So that's good. So the introduction paragraph is excellent. There is no grammar mistake. So this is an excellent
Yesterday
introduction
you fixed for me
paragraph.
for last letter about the comma, and now today
Yeah,
I
you did
learn
a good
about
job.
it.
Good.
Yes.
You did a good job. Yes. You did a very good job. So I'm very happy with your introduction paragraph. So it's really good. All
Hmm.
right. Okay, good. Let's go to
Good.
the next paragraph. In terms of Mr. Howard's social history, he lives with his wife and he have four adult children. Okay, that is wrong. It's not he have. You should have mentioned maybe they have. Otherwise, he has,
Ah. Okay.
isn't it?
Yes.
Yep. So you should have said either they have or he has.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
Because.
Okay. Yes, because
Hmm.
he doesn't go with the have, he goes with the has. Only they
Yes.
goes with the have. Four adult
Mhm.
children who visits them. It's not who visits them, but who visit them, because that's a plural noun, right?
Okay. If I said he has, I said who visits him.
Yes, he. Okay, so look at this one. Okay, I will tell you what I mean. Let me highlight
Hmm.
this mistake first. Okay, all right, I will tell you
Sure.
this. See, for example, I'm writing this letter to discharge Mr. Howard, who requires. Okay, in that case,
Mm.
that requires needs to be used with the Mr. Howard. The reason is that Mr. Howard is one person only. It's a singular noun.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
he requires. Okay, that's correct. He visits. Yes, that's correct. If it is only one child, then they can say who visits. Okay, but there are four adult children, which
Yes.
means
Yes.
you got
Yes.
the
Yes.
plural
Yes.
noun. Okay, four people. All
Yes.
right. So you need to
Yes.
use
Yes.
verb only, not the verb plus yes. Okay,
Okay. All
you
right.
understand? Yeah.
Yes, I understand.
And
Yes.
who visit him regularly. That's a correct way you need to write down. Okay, so it's
Mm-hmm.
who visit. All right, sorry. Okay, as far as Mr. Howard's previous medical history is concerned, he has been suffering from lung cancer since 2015, which he has been receiving. No, it's for which. Okay, let's say there's another issue as well. Suffering from. It's better to use experiencing, because experiencing is more formal. This is not a major mistake, okay, because you're just using an informal phrase, but it's highly recommended to use experiencing instead of suffering. Okay, suffering
Okay.
from. All right.
All right.
So
All
he
right.
has been suffering from lung cancer since 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you should have mentioned for which, and then you should have okay, let me remove it here. I'll tell you what you should have done. Okay, for which, okay, sorry, for which, comma,
Mm.
this
Yes.
needs to be placed,
All right.
for which he has been receiving heavy chemotherapy medication, Abraxane 100 m, okay, whatever the medication, 150 m, Kildrates, okay, 120 mg, all right, And then methotrexate 140 mg and radiotherapy 5 times per week since then. Don't use the capital letter here. It's not needed.
All right.
Only for the occupations. Okay. For example, radiotherapist. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All
for
right.
those things, okay, again, like, if it is a name, okay, for what you can say, for example, he received sessions from a radiotherapist, or from Mr. James, comma, a radiotherapist. In that case, you have to use a capital letter for James, for J. Okay.
All right. All right.
Or if you write down the radiotherapy in the beginning of a sentence, okay, if it is the first word of a sentence, then you have to use the capital letter.
Sure.
So, and received the 5 times per week since then. Okay. All right. Let's say, since you have already mentioned since 2015. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, he has been already receiving all these things. Okay. Isn't it?
Yes.
So you don't need to mention for, okay. Yeah, that's fine. I think, yeah, because since for which she has been receiving, okay,
I
these
was
things,
meaning since
it's okay.
2015 until
Yeah,
now.
that's all right.
He's
I think
okay.
that's okay. That shouldn't be, that's not a mistake.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
All right.
I'm happy with that. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
During hospitalization, Mr. Howard had a tumor screening, had a tumor. Okay. If it is, something that is happening, I mean, on a regular basis, okay, then
Yes.
you shouldn't use an article over there. Okay. Do you
Head
understand?
tumor. Okay.
Had
Not a.
tumor screening regularly.
All right. All right.
Yes. If it was
Yes.
done only once, then you can mention oh. Otherwise, you should
All
not.
right. All right. All
Yeah,
right.
okay, so
No.
remove this,
Yes.
please,
Yeah. Okay. If
because
it's
it
just
occurred.
one time, will be
Hmm.
just a. It's not
Yeah,
every
that's
day
right. Yeah,
without
that's
a. Okay. I
correct.
know that.
Yes,
Okay.
because that is occurring every day. So you can't use a tumor screening because it's every day
Okay.
happening. So it's more than one.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I understand. Yes.
Regularly, which the assessment, now whose assessment showed that the prognosis is
The
currently
result
good.
of the assessment of
Yeah,
that
okay.
tumor
So
wasn't
let, let
exactly
me
what I
let me
need to
read it
write.
once again. Sorry. During
Sure.
his hospitalization, Mr. Howard a tumor screening, had tumor screening regularly, which showed, use you
The
don't need to use
assessment.
the assessment. Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
remove this please. Okay, so you can say which showed. Okay, because the
Mm.
tumor screening itself showed something. Because it's
Yes.
a test, it's a kind of examination, right? So that's fine. Showed that the prognosis is currently good, and the cancer is in remission. In remission. Okay, yeah, that's all right.
Hmm.
The cancer is in remission. I think it should be the correct one. So add this, please.
In the case, it said cancer in remission.
Yeah, but is in remission, isn't it?
Oh.
And the cancer, because the prognosis is currently good and the cancer is in
Yeah.
remission.
All
That
right.
must be the
All right.
correct one.
All
Okay.
right.
In
Must
view
be
of the
better.
book, could you continue? Okay, it's better to say, could you please continue?
Sure.
All right. It's always recommended to use some formal
Please.
words wherever possible. Okay. Yes, this is
Uh,
polite words. Okay, these are the polite words. You can use kindly and blah blah blah. Okay. So could you please continue the tumor screening regularly? Okay. Whenever you ask a question, you need to place a question mark after that.
all right.
All
I
right.
place it
It's
in
not
that
the,
second
yeah, full
paragraph.
stop.
Okay.
It must be the full stop needs to be replaced with the question mark.
Yeah.
Okay. So you should have mentioned the question mark. It's
Mhm.
not the full stop, unfortunately.
Uh,
Okay. Let's go to the next one. Could you please ensure the medication compliant as prescribed and radiotherapy until 3 May 2000? Could you also please, because this is additional service, right?
okay.
So could you also please ensure the medication compliance as prescribed? So you could have added this one. Add this phrase.
Mhm.
Or could you also please ensure the medication compliance as prescribed and radiotherapy until 3 May 2016? Let's go back and see what's the date. It's 21 March. Okay. All right, and then 3 May. So that's okay. All right. 3 May 2000. Finally, could you please monitor? Okay. Um, all right, this is wrong. Okay, when you say, could you please monitor for signs of remission?
Mm-hmm.
This is wrong. This sentence is not complete. Okay, what you should have done is that,
Mm-hmm.
um, okay, so I'm just changing here. Okay,
Monitoring.
yeah,
Okay.
just monitoring. You don't need to use, could you please monitoring. So, could you please monitor can be replaced with the monitoring. Finally,
All right.
monitoring for signs of remission is important for quick recovery.
Okay, good.
Okay, that's it. So
Mm-hmm.
we don't need to use this question mark, in all the sentences. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yes,
You need to
yes.
show a variety. Okay, it's not good to
Okay.
use questions, the same form, again and again. Okay.
All right.
Otherwise, what you could have done is, okay, let me write down a full sentence. Okay, all right. Finally, monitoring for signs of remission is beneficial for Miss Howard's. Is it Mr.? Sorry, I think it's Mr. Howard's. Yeah,
Mr.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Howard's quick recovery.
Okay.
Yeah. So finally, monitoring for signs of remission is beneficial for Mr. Howard's quick recovery. Something like that.
Okay.
So you could have written down like this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a sentence. It's not a question. Okay. But for the
Sure.
first two, you have used a question. Even for the second one,
Okay.
I don't think you can use a question. It's better to use different words. Okay. For example, um,
Would.
ensuring the medical. Okay, you can say, for example, you can say medication. I mean, like ensuring or you can say ensuring the medication compliance as prescribed, and encouraging radiotherapy until 3 May 2016 are equally important or vital. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Something like
Yes.
that you could have written now. Okay.
Okay.
All right, please do not hesitate to contact me if you require any further information. That's fine. Yours sincerely, the registered nurse. That's good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's all done. Okay, let me go through the assessment now. First one is grammar could have been better.
Yes.
Okay.
Small mistake make a
Yeah, make a huge difference. Yes, because you are
yes.
committing. See, you started very well. Your introduction paragraph was amazing without any mistakes. Okay, and slowly you are losing your control on grammar. Do you know what I
Yes.
mean? For example,
Yeah.
he has, who visits, who visit. You need to be a bit mindful about that. Okay, I have
Okay.
uploaded a video where I have elaborated the use of nouns and verbs. So when you go
Okay.
to my YouTube channel, you must be able to see that. Okay.
Sure.
All right. As far as Mr. Howard, so you have
But
committed
I
one.
have big difference on my writing since I start
Yeah, of course, of
with
course.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, of course. Yeah, you have been
This.
improving a lot. Okay, but the thing is that you need to get more than 350, right? For which
Yes.
you cannot commit so many mistakes. Okay, you can commit maybe
Yes.
2 to 3 maximum.
Sure.
All right, major
Sure.
mistakes. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Right. Okay. And then you have said, okay, suffering from is just a recommendation only. So I don't consider it as a mistake, but the which, for which, this is a mistake. Okay. And then radiotherapy, that's a mistake. Use of capital and small letters. Okay. And
Okay.
then
All right.
use of articles. And then this one is not good. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's not that bad. I mean, it's okay. Let me go through. The grammar is good, could have been better. Use of
Mm-hmm.
articles, prepositions,
Always
nouns,
one
and
mistake will
verbs.
be a or the
Yeah, could
and
have
has a
been.
have. Mm.
Yeah, could have been improved. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Use of capital and small letters needs to be improved as well. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Spelling. You have. Do you remember that for March you have written on
Yes.
Mars? Okay. Spelling is. I mean, you have committed one spelling mistake. I'm happy. I'm happy with that. But it could be. It could be the
I
incorrect
will lose
typing.
mark with this
Yeah.
one if I do
But
it at
yeah, that's
mistake
what I'm
one.
saying. Yes.
Mm.
Spelling is okay. I mean, it's not. I mean, I assume that you have written down the correct spelling for March, but when you type, there may be an issue. Okay,
Yes.
so spelling is okay. Vocabulary could have been better with the use of formal words. Okay, with the use of
Like
formal
beneficial.
formal
Okay.
words like suffering from. You can use, instead of that, you can use experiencing, and so on.
Okay.
Overall
But I
task
can
fulfilled.
use suffering for what? Like what suffering?
Suffering from, instead of suffering from, you can use experiencing. So because suffering
Okay.
from, okay, when I show you this, look at this.
Yeah.
This is an informal phrase, so it's better to avoid informal phrases. Okay,
Okay.
you
All
can
right.
say experiencing
All right.
instead of that. Okay,
All right.
overall task fulfillment is fine. I'm happy with that. Passive voice could have been used more frequently. You could have used more frequently, the passive voice. Layout is good. You are able to split the
Mm.
paragraphs very well, and then put all the required information in the correct way, and then you have given the spaces between two words. Everything is good. I'm very happy with your layout. The way you have written on the sentences, the way you have given the spacing between those words and things like that, so they're all good to go. Yeah, let me have a look at the case notes. I would like to see whether all the relevant case notes have been included or not. Okay,
Sure.
all right, let me see this one.
Ah, the case notes, I put MAR for that. I was confused. Okay.
We'll go through that now. Okay, so the writing task is using the information in the case notes. Write a letter to Miss Judy Davis, nursing unit manager at the Kirribilli Oncology Rehabilitation Hospital, 235 Kirribilli Avenue, Kirribilli, New South Wales, 210. Okay, she is responsible continued care after leaving your hospital. Okay, all right. So you are providing handover to this person. Okay, to this what you can say,
Judy
nursing unit
Davis. Yeah.
manager. They're gonna look after.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Discharge plan is continue regular, the screening for tumors. That's good. Continue chemo drugs as prescribed, and continue radiotherapy until 3. Okay. Okay. All right. Instead of writing down, the continue radiotherapy, I think you have used the same words over there as well. You could
Mm-hmm.
have written on a few other words. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can say, for example, radiotherapy should be provided until 3 May,
Okay.
2016. Okay.
Okay.
Monitor for signs of remission. Okay, that's all right. Okay. Regular tumor screening assessment prognosis is currently okay. Let's read from the top. Okay, reading time is 5 minutes. Okay, that's all right. Today's date is 20 March. That's okay. Um, Mr. Alan Howard is a 74-year-old patient on oncology board of a hospital in which you are a charge nurse. Okay. Patient details, date of birth 25 February 1942. Marital status married, say 37 years. That's okay. Admission date, that's all right. IELTS, okay. Assembly notes, that's good. Discharge date, that's all right. Diagnosis lung cancer. Okay. Lives in own home incredibly with the wife, Lara Howard, 53-year-old. 4 adult children, that's okay. Visit regularly. Okay. Try not to use, the same phrase. For example, visit regularly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, on a regular basis. You can say on a regular basis or frequently,
Okay.
something like that. All right.
All right. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Hobbies, travel, theater, cooking, gardening, reading, and learning languages. Hmm. Is this important? When you go to the
Why is important his hobbies?
no, because he's going to the final care, isn't it? Like it is a
He's
rehabilitation hospital, right?
yeah.
So that's the final thing, isn't it? So they're gonna.
When he wants to stay is his home.
No, no, no. He will be going to this place.
Ah, he will leave his home. He will stay
Yes,
in this hospital.
that's right. Yes. So using the
They
information
will.
I related
They
to
need to know about his hobbies.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, after leaving your hospital, yes, because it's a rehabilitation hospital. Okay, rehabilitation means that's the one which provide the rehabilitation care. Do you know what is my rehabilitation?
Yes, yes, yes,
That's a
yes. Yeah.
final stage, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So you could have included the hobbies as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wow. Medical background admitted with a lung failure. That's okay. By ambulance caused by chronic cancer. Did you include this one previously?
No, I said that admitted to lung failure, but just caused by, not by ambulance.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's not
Mm.
needed anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
even in the relevant case notes, some phrases need not to be included in your letter. So that is okay.
Okay.
But you
Mm-hmm.
have mentioned this one, isn't it? Lung failure.
Yes, yes, yeah. Admitted with
Okay.
lung failure, yes.
Fell
In
off
the
ladder
introduction.
in the
Yeah.
shop. Okay, fractures of right hand. But this is not needed. I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
Diagnosed with lung cancer, heavy chemo. Okay, that's all right. This is important.
Mm-hmm.
Admitted with the gallbladder stones. That's not needed. Lung gallbladder stones. Okay, food poisoning after eating. No, these things are not needed because these are the recent ones. Recent ones are okay. You don't need to include all
Okay.
these things.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
heavy chemotherapy is okay. That's good. I'm happy with that. And then Abraxane, okay, that's all right. Alitoxin, that's okay. Okay, all right. Radiotherapy, 5. Okay,
5 times.
yeah, 5 days. Yeah, 5 times. 7 days. Okay. Nursing management progress, regular tumor screening, that's good, and cancer in remission. Okay, all right. See this one. Prognosis is currently good. I mean, try to use at least some phrases instead of using, you could have mentioned at present, prognosis is instead of saying good, you can say is fine. Okay, something like
Okay.
that. Maybe other words, as much as you can. Instead of using currently, you can use at present or presently, and so on.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So some words could have been used, but apart from that, let me see. Okay, more synonyms could have been used. Okay, in your letter,
Mm-hmm.
and one case note was missing. One important case note was missing.
Mm-hmm.
One relevant case note was missing. All right, if I look at all the mistakes, let me have a look at the. When I look at these mistakes, okay, let me see how many mistakes you have committed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
It's
11,
not a
12.
big mistake.
Yes, some of the mistakes are minor ones, yes.
Mm.
13, 14, yeah. I mean, around 13 mistakes, okay, but some of them are the minor mistakes, okay. Among 13, like I think 3 to 4 mistakes are the minor mistakes, but
Okay.
the remaining ones are the major ones. But
Okay.
according to me, I think this letter may be able to get you at least 300 out of 500, at least, okay,
Okay.
at least. So that's a good score actually.
Mm-hmm.
When compared with your previous performance, if I
Mm-hmm.
give you 300, you will definitely get at least 300 in the original exam. You will definitely get more than that actually. So yeah, all right, thank you.
All right.